Hello everyone, welcome to Competitive Academia. This is current capsule. So let's discuss the important articles of the day. The first article is about Hajong and Chakma. Here the context is the Ministry of Development of the Northeast region has directed Arunachal Pradesh government to involve Chakma Hajongs in COVID-19 relief plan. The context is not important, but this topic is a highly sensitive and important topic for us to discuss. Chakma and Hajongs are the ST people of Bangladesh and India, and they form the vulnerable section of the society, which is one of the favorite topics of UPSC. According to the Rights and Risk Analysis, which is a group, a majority of Chakma and Hajong living in the state for the last 56 years have been facing massive food shortage because of their exclusion from the relief program. The Chakmas and the Hajongs are ethnic people who lived in the Chittagong Hill Tracts. Chittagong Hill Tract is an area within the Chittagong division in southeast Bangladesh bordering India and Myanmar. These hill tracts have been subjected to genocides or ethnic cleansing for many years since 1960s and 70s. Most of the population residing in this place consists of Buddhists, which are the Chakma people, Chakma tribe, and Hajongs, which are Hindus. They are also found in India in the northeast region, West Bengal, and out of India we find them in Bangladesh and Myanmar. If we see to the history of the Chakma on how they were displaced from their place, we find that during the construction of Kaptai Dam in 1960, many of the Chakma settlements were submerged due to creation of artificial Kaptai Lake. And in the mid-1970s, the eruptions of the Chittagong Hill Tract conflict caused some Chakma people to become refugees in NEFA. Now, Northeast Frontier Agency was Arunachal Pradesh was known as NEFA region during the time of British period. The conflict ended in 1997 with the Chittagong Hill Tracts Peace Accord. They are the largest ethnic group in Bangladesh, and in Mizoram, they are the second largest ethnic group. More than 50,000 members of the two communities were settled in the state in early 1960s, and they were displaced by a dam and ethnic violence, as we have already discussed. That's all for this article, but here the main point is Chakma and Hajong people, they are from northeast region or West Bengal also they are found, and in Bangladesh and Myanmar. And secondly, Chakma are Buddhist people following the Buddhist religion, and Hajongs are Hindus. This thing is very important from this article. The second article is Professor Shobna Narasimham from the Theoretical Science Unit at Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, which is an autonomous institute under Department of Science and Technology, has been elected as an international honorary member of the American Academy of Art and Science. Sometimes person in news becomes important for a state PCS, so we can remember the name. Here the name Shobna Narasimham is important. So let's see something about American Academy of Arts and Science, which honors scholars and leaders who have distinguished themselves in the field of science, arts, humanities, and public life. The list of previous international honorary members includes Charles Darwin, Albert Einstein, and Nelson Mandela, who are well known for their work. She has done significant work on the rational design of nanomaterials, examining how the lowering of dimensionality and reduction of size affect material properties. Her work is relevant for a number of different applications such as nanocatalyst for clean energy, application and magnetic materials for memory storage. Yesterday in the article we had discussed nanotechnology and nanomedicines. So nanotechnology has wide varied uses. The next article is Election to Legislative Council. Here the context is that the Election Commission of India has decided to conduct biennial election to the Maharashtra Legislative Council by the members of Legislative Assembly on 21st May 2020. Legislative Council is important for our static point of view. It is the upper house in those states of India that have bicameral state legislature. The lower house is the State Legislative Assembly. It is contained in Article 169 of the Constitution. Each member of the Legislative Council, they serve for a period of 6 years. The arrangement is parallel to that of Rajya Sabha, and the conditions required to be a member of Legislative Council includes he or she must be a citizen of India, must be at least 30 years old, mentally sound, not an insolvent, must be enrolled on the voters list of the state for which he or she is contesting the election. So let's see the criteria. Who elects the Legislative Council members? 1/3 of the members are elected by the members of local bodies such as the Gram Panchayat, Panchayati Samitis and district councils. 1/3 are elected by member of Legislative Assembly themselves from those persons who are not the member of Legislative Assembly. 1/6 is nominated by the governor from persons having knowledge or practical experience in the field of such as literature, science, arts, cooperative movement and social service. 1/12 is elected by persons who are graduate of 3 years standing residing in that state. 1/12 is elected by the person who are engaged for at least 3 years of teaching in educational institute within the state, not lower than secondary schools. These criteria are very important to remember. You have no option but to mug up these points. Let's see something about ECI, Election Commission of India, but before that, there are 5 states. They are Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra and UP. 6 states which have a legislative council. We have 6 states in our country having legislative council. They are Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, UP. Earlier, Jammu and Kashmir was also in this list, but since it is a union territory, we cannot count it here and it cannot have a legislative council. Now, Election Commission of India is an autonomous constitutional authority which is responsible for administering election processes in India at national, state and district level. It administers election to the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies, state legislative councils and office of president and vice president. Very important to remember these 2 points. These are often confused in our questions. It operates as per Article 324 and Representation of People's Act. Election Commission of India was formed on 25th January 1950, which we celebrate as National Voters' Day. It consists of Chief Election Commissioner plus 2 members. The present Chief Election Commissioner is Sunil Arora and election commissioners are Ashok Lavasa and Sushil Chandra. Its headquarters is located in New Delhi. The first election commissioner was Sukumar Sen. The next article is CubeSat Imaging Radar Earth Sciences, which is known as CIRES, CIRES. This is a satellite of NASA which is to monitor earthquake volcanic eruptions from space using a new type of imaging radar system. It has introduced a new kind of system to monitor the physical changes caused by seismic and volcanic activities on Earth from space. It will help to detect these activities. That's all from this article you need to remember. CIRUS is related to NASA, which is to monitor earthquake, volcanic eruption from space using a new type of imaging radar system. UPPSC and UPSC and other state PCS is not concerned with other space station. They are mainly concerned with ISRO. So you have to deal with the activities of ISRO in detail. Other you can just skip. You just need to know the main point of it, the reason of it, and the full name. That's it. So let's move to the next point. So here we have practice question paper. This is a 2014 UPSC question. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? Here the correct answer is option B, because Cassini-Huygens is related to Saturn. I'll explain this point. Messenger is correctly matched, mapping and investigating the Mercury, and Voyager 1 and 2 is related to exploring the outer solar system. Cassini-Huygens is a program of European Space Agency plus NASA plus Italian Space Agency to study Saturn, its ring, and natural satellites. So through elimination also we can find out the correct answer. Like the first point we can cancel straight away and we get the correct answer. So let's move to the next question. With reference to Agni 4 missile, which of the following statements are correct? This is also a 2014 question. The first point is, it is a surface-to-surface missile. It is fueled by liquid propellant only. Extreme statements have high chances of being wrong. It can deliver 1 ton of nuclear warhead about 7,500 km. Here statement 2 is wrong and statement 3 also. 1 only is the correct answer. It is a surface-to-surface missile. The range of Agni 3 was 3,000 to 3,500 km. And the range of Agni 5 missile is 5,000 kilometers. We have still yet not developed Agni mission of a range exceeding 5,000 kilometers. And it is fueled by solid propellants. This mission is developed under Integrated Guided Missile Development Program of DRDO. It consists of a 3-stage solid fueled missile. The next question is, satellites used for telecommunication relay are kept in a geostationary orbit. A satellite is said to be in such an orbit when the orbit is geosynchronous, the orbit is circular, the orbit lies in the plane of the Earth's equator, and the orbit is at an altitude of 22,236 km. Here if we find out that question point number 4 is wrong, we can straight away get the question, because in all the options except option A we have 4, and this statement is wrong because the orbit is at an altitude of 22,236 miles, which translates into 35,786 km. The first point is correct. The orbit is geosynchronous. For example, this is our Earth and this is the equator. It is placed above the equator. So, and it moves with the Earth's rotation. So it is geosynchronous because it synchronizes with the Earth's movement. The second and the third point are interlinked as it is placed on the Earth's equator, which shows that the orbit is circular. So here both the points are correct. Here option A will be the correct answer. This type of satellites are mostly used in telecommunication, navigation and weather satellite. That's all for this articles. We'll come up with some new articles and questions tomorrow. Till then, thank you for listening and like, share and subscribe.